4 vehicles. No refueling, no support. 24 hours to conquer the desert. One carries over 3,000 liters of fuel. Another weighs under a ton. Speed should decide the showdown, but out here, the sand keeps a very different score. To find the limits of these designs, we establish a strict 24-hour endurance run. No fuel trucks, no support crews, and no mechanics follow these vehicles into the wilderness. Success is measured not by peak paper speed, but by continuous forward movement. The desert imposes severe penalties. Daytime heat soaring past 50 degrees Celsius, near freezing night runs, tire-shredding rock fields, and deep bog-prone basins. Every puncture, mandatory driver swap, and recovery winching cuts directly into distance. This is a controlled thought experiment. It is not a blueprint for real-world survival. It is designed to isolate how opposing engineering philosophies survive absolute attrition. The Mercedes-Benz Unimog U5000 approaches this challenge not with speed, but with absolute self-reliance. Originally engineered for military logistics and extreme expeditions, this platform prioritizes survival over pace. Its defining feature is the portal axle system. Unlike standard trucks where the axle tube connects directly to the center of the wheel, portal axles use drop gears at the wheel hubs. This positions the axle tube and differential housing well above the wheel center line, creating a massive 45 centimeters of ground clearance. This geometric advantage allows the heavy truck to stride over rocks and deep sand drifts that would instantly high-center other vehicles. To solve the fuel problem, expedition operators expand the standard 160-liter capacity with auxiliary tanks, carrying up to 470 liters of diesel. Combined with an onboard recovery winch and tire inflation systems, this mechanical setup is built for unsupported distance. In a 24-hour test of attrition, the Unimog relies on a simple design philosophy. It may not travel fast, but it never has to stop. The Bowler EXR-S attacks the desert with a completely opposite philosophy: relentless speed. Born from Dakar Rally heritage, this 1,850-kilogram machine is a road-legal racer engineered to fly over terrain rather than crawl through it. Under the hood, a 5-liter supercharged V8 delivers 550 horsepower and 705 newton-meters of torque, allowing it to storm up steep dune faces that would bog down heavier support trucks. To survive these high-speed impacts, the Bowler relies on a reinforced, fully independent suspension with 285 millimeters of travel. This setup absorbs violent landings, keeping all 4 wheels planted to maintain maximum momentum across open sand stages. But this performance comes with a severe penalty. The Bowler carries only a standard 180-liter fuel tank, prioritizing pace over payload. In a 24-hour endurance trial, it must establish a massive early lead before its heavy fuel consumption forces frequent stops. The Desert Patrol vehicle strips away weight entirely to master loose sand. Weighing just 960 kilograms, this stripped-down sandrail couples a 200-horsepower air-cooled engine to a skeletal open-frame chassis. Without heavy body panels or steel doors, it skims over shifting dunes and positions its wheels exactly along razor-sharp crests. This minimal footprint delivers rapid acceleration, enabling quick tactical maneuvers over soft terrain. However, this design serves a specialized tactical role rather than long-distance survival. Carrying a standard fuel tank of 80 liters, the vehicle requires frequent refueling stops that drain valuable hours. While its early burst of speed allows it to excel in short mission sprints, the platform lacks the massive onboard fuel capacity to sustain a lead across a full 24-hour run. The absolute extreme of desert range belongs to the Australian road train, a massive multi-trailer haulage rig built for the outback. Equipped with auxiliary fuel tanks holding more than 1,800 liters of diesel, these machines claim a continuous range of over 1,500 kilometers. On flat, sealed highways and hard-packed plains, this enormous fuel reserve allows them to maintain sustained distance without stopping. But this endurance is strictly surface-dependent. When confronted with soft sand or dune fields, the massive weight of the road train makes it the wrong tool, sinking instantly where lighter vehicles float. A successful 24-hour run requires balancing speed, range, and recoverability. High velocities mean nothing if a vehicle spends hours bogged down or undergoing complex repairs. When trail stoppages and puncture fixes dictate the final distance, each environment crowns its own leader. On open sand race sections, the Bowler EXRS dominates with pure pace. If the route shifts to loose, isolated cross-country sand and rock fields, the Unimog U5000 takes control, relying on its self-recovery capability. On firm, hard-packed plains, the massive fuel capacity of the road train wins, while the nimble desert patrol vehicle remains a master of short, high-agility tactical bursts. Out here, absolute victory is an illusion. The desert always forces a compromise between speed, weight, and endurance. Which engineering philosophy would you trust? Share your thoughts below.